Hello, welcome to our channel. Thank each of you for taking some time to listen to this channel. We trust that Dhamma will be a blessing in your life. Today's the second in a three-part talk that I'll be giving. This one is entitled Dukkha, or suffering, and we're going to try to identify what that might mean from the point of view of Buddhist teachings. We can start by remembering that the first of the Four Noble Truths is there is suffering, or in some translations, life is suffering. It's not pessimistic. We'll see that there's a way out of that. In fact, that's the third noble truth. So we're not stuck here. Let's begin by quoting Lord Buddha. Monks, what is suffering? It should be said that it's the five aggregates of clinging. I've done a talk previously on the five aggregates, I believe. At any rate, it's frankly the components of our body and mind that make us believe we're a person. And once we believe that, then we hold on to that belief at our own expense. So suffering begins with, and may end with the idea that this body and mind is mine. It constitutes who I am, and I, for better or worse, am going to hold on to that thought. Some other words that are used to define dukkha are stress, suffering, pain, distress, discomfort. Things that are intolerable, things that are unsustainable, difficult to endure. We can be too cold without a way to get warm, too hot without a way to get cool, stuck in a business meeting that's hopelessly boring. In any situation like that, the conditions we can't overcome in the moment, things that are imperfect, and everything in this world is a form of imperfection. Things that are unsatisfactory or incapable of providing us with real happiness. And the Buddhist teachings is, if you're looking for happiness through experiences, through the five senses in this world, you will fail to find the happiness that we call equanimity, tranquility, a balanced mind, or peace of mind. So there's three basic forms that this suffering takes. The first one is pain. That doesn't require much explanation. The dukkha, or the suffering inherent in conditions, like I mentioned, temperature, business meetings, being broke or homeless, suffering in some way based on conditions. And the third one is the suffering that's due to change. Change is a natural phenomenon that we can't control. It was the first of these talks, anicca, and our personalities change, our health changes, our good fortune or bad fortune changes, and oftentimes these things occur out of our control. We're happily married, and then situations change, people change, etc. We're unhappily married. So this pain, this suffering, this dukkha is a natural phenomena. It arises and passes away. It's essential that we remember everything is arising and passing away according to its nature. So some things are painful for longer periods of time. Some things are hardly painful at all. And of course, there's all levels of discomfort. The intensity of this suffering will vary with the intensity to our attachment to not wanting it to be that way. So however determined we are to resist, to hate the situation, the moment, the experience, to that degree we will suffer. People become hysterical in various situations because they're unable to tolerate that something has changed in a way they don't approve of. And so we have to let go of ourselves, this idea of, let me try to rephrase that, this clinging is the major cause of our suffering, clinging to pleasurable moments that we don't want to change, and actually clinging to unpleasant, horrible moments instead of letting them arise and pass away. We have to also let go of this clinging that we might have, that I want to be liberated. So whatever the mind is entertaining in the present moment is a form of suffering because it's impermanent. We have used all those other vocabularies. Everything that arises in consciousness is impermanent. If we try to hold on to it, we have begun our own suffering. Through seeing suffering, when we begin to see we are the author of our own suffering, we are now stepping onto the path that leads to wisdom. Suffering has to be known before we can go beyond and realize the alternative to that. The alternative to suffering, as I've already mentioned, cannot be found in this world, cannot be experienced through the use of this body-mind sensorium, these 5 or these 6 senses. So we're going to have to continually surrender our craving for things to be different than they are in the present moment, our craving to reach some ultimate reality. We will eventually give that up, but we can't give it up prematurely. We can't just stop today saying, okay, good enough. We must, in fact, endure with patient perseverance and strong determination. So it's important for us to be able to define and know what the causes of our suffering is. And in a nutshell, it's craving for things to be different or stay the same if we like them in the present moment, clinging to that dream, that expectation is the cause of our suffering. And when we can see that for ourselves, not because Buddha says so or any Dhamma talk says so, we will abandon it. We are unlikely to abandon it as long as we are constantly defending that we are right, that our expectations are appropriate and good, that the other person is not innocent, they're a villain, they're a perpetrator, they're a cause of suffering, rather than recognizing, in fact, we are the author of our own suffering. Thank you for reaching the end of this Dhamma talk. Please make suggestions or comments. Please feel free always to contact us for individual consultations or clarifications in your Dhamma practice. Thank you very much.